Residents of Riot City, my name is Carmine Laguzio and welcome back to another episode of RCW Blast. Joining me once again, the historian Angus R. Dacey. Angus! 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 Angus? Angus! What are you doing? We're meant to be doing RCW Blast. What are you actually doing on the computer right now?
Look, I know we're meant to be filming RCW Blast right now, Carmine, but look, it's hopeless. It's hopeless. Don't you understand? There is too much content here on the RCW Vault. How are two guys meant to cover it all? Tell me how.
Okay, you are right. There's a lot of content on the Vault. But I have an idea. I think you might like it. Gathered you both here, Izzy Shaw, the historian Angus R. Dacey.
Thank you.
It's finally time to reveal the concept of this week's episode of RCW Blast. Izzy, can you please put the bucket up onto the table? This right here is a magical bucket. It's a spooky bucket. I know it's not Halloween anymore, but I had an idea, guys. How about we put in, well, I put in 9 of the best matches from RCW Powertrip shows. Each of us is gonna mix around that bucket, we're gonna pick out a match, we're gonna watch it, give our thoughts, commentate over the match, and that will be this week's episode of RCW Blast. It's kind of like the best of Powertrip.
True, but I'm gonna go one step further, Carmine.
Okay.
It's a great idea, but you know, I'm known for a lot of things, Izzy. The thing I'm most known for is turning other people's ideas into gold, okay? And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick 3 matches, we're gonna watch them.
Yeah.
At the end, after we've watched all 3,
oh my god,
we're gonna decide which of these episodes, which of these matches will be this week's Blast from the Past and win the coveted Blast from the Past trophy. Look at that.
we have a trophy.
It's right there in my hand. Look at that.
Oh my god!
Look at that
Whoa.
trophy! Whoa!
Whoa!
Alright, that's a
God.
good depositing.
God.
Thank you. That's it just disappeared.
It's a good trophy. Oh my god, where did it go?
So let's have a look at what matches are up for grabs. We've got 9 in here. We're only gonna pick 3.
Yeah.
We've got. You want to read that one out, Izzy?
Warship versus Brody Marshall.
Oh, cool.
Powertrip 2014.
Okay, alright.
Oh, I remember this. So, Casey Johns, Eliza Sway, Amity Rowe versus Izzy Shaw.
Wait, that is short.
RCW Chick.
This Izzy Shaw.
RCW Women's Title.
This space.
2017 match.
Oh my god.
You want to read that
Oh
one?
god,
That
you're
one.
dropping them.
Oh, Fusion versus Zach Sabbath. Very nice.
Ooh.
GD Grimm versus Raw General Manager Adam Pearce.
Oh.
Powertrip 2013.
That's a real match.
That's a real match. All these are real matches.
Wow.
Del Torino versus Mole.
Powertrip 2013.
Wait, oh, cool.
You can read that one too.
Tag team.
Demi Bennett versus Siren Monroe.
Powertrip 2014.
Alright. Kurt Barron, haven't seen that guy for a while, versus Brody Marshall. Brody Marshall I don't know.
Brody Marshall.
Yeah, mystery. Chris Basso versus It's My Life, Tony Toro.
Yeah, we won't be playing his
Sorry
entrance.
guys.
And last but not least, Carmine.
Oh, Brad Smyth versus Emmanuel.
Ooh.
Flashing lights.
Yeah, flashing lights.
Alright, so we're gonna pick these and
I'm sorry.
we're gonna go watch one of these matches now and I'll
You go first.
I'll go first? Alright. Alright, I'm mixing. This is high tech.
The crazy thing, this is actually a shoot.
I don't know which match it's gonna be. It's gonna be Demi Bennett versus Siren Monroe.
Siren Monroe.
Siren Monroe.
Alright, we're gonna go watch Demi
Never
Bennett.
had a siren.
Demi Bennett versus Siren Monroe from Powertrip 2014. Let's go watch it, guys.
Alright, RCW Blast.
is our first time doing this, guys. Very excited to have you on board. We're going to be watching some classic matches, and you know, the viewers of RCW Blast are going to get our real-time reactions as the matches happen. I'm very excited, glad to have you on board for this. And interesting match to start off with. We've got Siren Monroe versus Demi Bennett, who's RCW Women's Champion at this time.
Yes.
I've heard Siren Monroe's name. Oh, okay, slap. I've heard of Siren Monroe's name come up a couple times, you know, just during our like research and chats with people. But like, what was her deal? Do you know what her deal was?
Yeah, I don't know.
She wrestled in Melbourne.
Yep.
I believe she had like a deadly kiss.
Deadly kiss.
I believe her. I've seen it before. She would like kiss someone and then hit the DDT.
Okay.
Sure.
As a finish.
True.
Just a bit of a I don't know. Bit likes her dirty tactics.
Oh, like that.
She is definitely noticing that. Definitely noticing she's going to the bad girl playbook.
Yes.
You know, here.
Would you say Siren
She did
Monroe,
enjoy that. Yeah.
the Black Widow of Australian
female wrestling. Yeah. Now she retired.
She is retired. She's been retired for quite a few years. Last time I heard about her, she was managing. I believe it was. He was on Married at First Sight.
Oh, that guy!
Tommy Hellfire.
I
could be wrong. It could be someone else, but I believe that she was managing Tommy Hellfire.
Another,
she was managing someone in
It's a
MCW.
PCW.
Another RCW alumni as well, Tommy Hellfire.
That's true.
And Demi Bennett around this time was just getting started as women's champion. I think the City Chicks show where she won it, which we've also covered on RCW Blast.
We have.
Episode 1. Oh, wow. Episode 1 of RCW Blast was only a little bit before this. Very unique angle of the Latvian hall we're looking at here too.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You've got the big old Latvian stuff.
Yeah.
You know, whatever
You're a
that is.
Latvian cultural expert, that's for sure.
I haven't seen those in so long. Those little banners.
Yeah, the stuff on the back wall, and this
Do you
ring.
know what they are?
Oh yeah, they're at the RCW gym, aren't they? Yeah, I think they're literally it's like hung up at the RCW gym
Oh my god.
on the wall. I think they
How
are.
bad is my eyesight?
How about your memory?
My memory is awful.
And I'm relying on your memory because we weren't around in 2014.
Yeah, guys, I am a wrestler. I've been kicked in the head way too many times.
Now, Demi Bennett, you were good friends with her at this time.
Yes, I was. Yes.
You were there. You were teaming with her. You were still in RCW in 2014, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You would have been here at this time.
I would have just before I left, which was a bad idea, and we never talk about what
Whoa!
happened.
Nice roll up by Demi Bennett. And yes, that is Davey Green who made the count there. If anyone.
That's Davey Black and White.
Davey Black and White.
I don't actually think it is Davey Green. By the way, everything in wrestling has been good, but
Is that not Davey Green?
I think it's actually
Who is that?
a young referee named Jonas. The more I look at it, I think it's
Joe
Jonas.
Jonas?
No, not Joe Jonas.
Damn.
I believe it's a referee named Jonas. It is not Davey Green. Look at him. He's too. He's got a bit of height.
Yeah, what was that? What are you going to say? He's too what?
He's very girthy, man.
No, I'm just saying he's got a bit of height.
Alright,
I think you're right.
I just didn't want to, because Davey Green isn't a short man, so I didn't want to say.
I think that's a Blast goof of the week. Blast continuity error of Blast. Subscribe to Blast Botches for more misspellings, mispronunciations, wrong facts.
Yeah, getting
You know what? If that happens, I'm never coming back on here.
That's fair.
Never come back on again.
Okay,
I can't believe I'm here.
Why is Siren Monroe constantly doing the Eddie Guerrero like
Yeah.
I steal?
Is she of like Spanish origin? Siren
Yeah.
Monroe?
I don't
Siren.
actually know.
Siren Monroe.
Siren Monroe.
Yeah, I don't know. If Siren Monroe is out there and you're watching, so I hope you're doing well, Siren.
Me too.
You know, in the Odyssey, it was Odyssey. They had to tie Odysseus to the ship so that he wouldn't get attracted to the sirens. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah, it's true. Look it up. It's
Alright.
true. After the big fight in Troy with the horse,
Yeah.
when they came back from Troy,
And what about Helen of Troy?
Ellen of Troy, that's right. Yeah, anyway, so Siren Monroe doing some work on Demi Bennett. Now this was going title, by the way.
Yeah.
Demi Bennett Women's
This
Champion.
is an eliminator, isn't it? It's Tony Khan.
It's an eliminated match. Tony Khan had a huge gift for Demi Bennett as well after this match.
What? Oh, does he? Yeah. It wasn't Ric Flair, was it?
That wasn't Ric Flair, no. Oh dear, Demi Bennett. Now, of course, you can catch Demi Bennett every Monday. You know, she's
Not
also...
other than that name, but you know.
She's called Rhea Ripley now.
That's
You know,
right,
you
that's
know
right.
that?
Yes.
Did you know Demi Bennett is the, what is she, the Raw Women's Champion?
I am aware.
Oh, jeez. Did you know
That's
that?
tough.
Yes, I keep up to date on the wrestling.
It's good. You should, as a wrestler, you got to keep your mind sharp.
Yes.
Got to stay attuned to what's happening.
That might be the only champion I know in present day WWE, but you know, I'm very proud of him.
Do you know one time we had to send footage from RCW to the WWE?
That's right.
They actually took footage from
I
us.
felt very dirty ever since. I haven't been able to watch it.
That was a huge achievement
No.
to send footage to WWE.
It was cool. It was cool to see RCW, you know, presented everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's one of those things, right? Whenever you see Rhea Ripley,
Believe it or not.
you know, Rhea Ripley's Believe It or Not, you know, in that green, it's always the RCW green. It's never a different shade. It's always that RCW green, which, funnily enough, we probably have had a couple different greens over the years, but like, the canonical RCW green.
And you'll never see us wearing green on RCW Blast.
Yes, and there's a particular reason for that.
Yeah, I was about to wear green on RCW
And he-
last time they told me not.
It was almost a domestic dispute.
You cannot wear green.
Yeah.
Domestic, go on.
Now anyway, Demi Bennett is getting the crowd going. A good sized crowd here at the Latvian Hall. They have
It's Latvian Hall. There's always a good sized crowd. I mean, that was
Whoa, nice.
death, taxes, and a hell of a house at Latvian.
Yeah, oh wow, close one. The guy in the baseball cap in the front row there, he walked us over. He did. Now where are these people now? Like, where are these people? What are they up to? This was, like 9 years ago.
If you look in this arena right now,
Were you here? If you were
no, I wasn't.
No,
But if you were here, the comment is, if you were here, there is a large chance that someone on screen here is not alive.
Why do you say that? Why would you say that?
I'm just saying.
Carmine!
Carmine Laguzio.
Look, Carmine Macabio.
Oh my god.
Why would you even think that?
I was just going to say that there's someone in the crowd that looks familiar, but oh my god.
I am looking out for familiar faces.
Is the guy with the baseball cap Davey Green?
No, I don't think the guy.
Who's that cameraman?
That's Joe Greco's kid. Oh, nice drop kick.
Very nice.
Is that it? That's our finish? Is that it?
No.
It is!
Oh, it is!
Yeah.
Oh!
This drop kick was
Oh.
Demi Bennett's finisher.
Wow, that was a hot match. Those kids in the background were having a great time.
Wow.
This is great. Look at this. Siren Monroe dispatched.
Yep.
Dispatched.
Back to Melbourne you go.
Just like Odysseus and everything like that. Just dispatched.
That's right.
The Greeks, you know. Oh, hold on. Who's this?
What was this?
Who is it?
What these?
Who's that? Who?
It's Harley Wonderland.
Oh yeah, former Oscar.
Oh,
former
jeez.
Oscar Women's Champion. Although I don't think she was Oscar Women's Champion at this point.
AKA lovingly Wonders.
Yeah, but I don't think she won it. Oh, jeez. Alright, well then, just for reference, this is not part of the match. This is the match is over.
Yeah.
Could this be our blast of the past for this week?
Yeah.
It's got a good chance. It's our first match. It set the bar quite high up.
It has.
It's Siren Monroe. Yeah, let's find out what next we're going to watch Carmine and Izzy. Let's go back to the table. Let's find out. Back to the control center. Alright guys, I think, pretty good match. And I think that could be our first Blast of the Past trophy winner.
That's right. So I've got 2 more left though, I guess.
We do. I'll let you pick next time.
All right. Let's have a look. I am not looking. I know what match I do want. Will I get it? That's the question. All right, my eyes are closed.
What's it gonna be?
All right. Oh.
Yes!
Brad Smyth versus Emmanuel.
Yes!
Powertrip 2015, sponsored by ClinEd SA.
Alright,
There we go.
let's go watch it. Brad Smyth, Emmanuel,
Miss Brad Smyth, let's go.
coming up on RCW Blast right now. Oh yes! I was debating whether or not we leave this part in because of copyright, but
Yeah.
to be honest, we've spoken about this guy a lot, Carmine, and literally the only thing we ever
Yeah,
talk about
that's true.
is that it comes out
That's true.
to Kanye West flashing lights.
I reckon it was-
We're gonna let this play out.
Yeah, we're gonna let this play out as I don't know, like I've never seen an Emmanuel match, so this could be like the highlight of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember it was Eli Theseus when he wasn't being a angry man.
A cameraman.
Before he got angry at me.
a
you know.
cameraman.
Oh wait. He's the cameraman?
He's the cameraman. Look, there he is.
Oh yeah, there he is. Before he turned his back on the fans.
Yeah.
You know, and well now he's kind of looking, you know, he's all right. But back then, you know,
before he was wearing Seth Rollins.
That's right. Yeah. You know, he said that this guy was like the coolest guy, and he wanted to be like him and stuff, like him, because he came in. He's like not from Adelaide, isn't he?
He's from Melbourne.
Melbourne,
Yeah,
he's from Melbourne.
I mean, it's kind of a cheat code to come out to Kanye West.
Yeah, it is. We talk about this actually. This is like a bit of an insider baseball thing, but like there are cheat codes within the wrestling industry, and what I mainly refer to when I talk about that is like wrestling themes. It's like if you come out to like an established, massively popular song, you're basically guaranteeing a good reaction because the fans know it and they love it. You know? So I always say like the indie wrestling Bible is at least one person on an indie wrestling show must play "Killing in the Name of" by
Rage Against the Machine.
I don't think anyone at RCW has that as their entry.
Well,
there was a guy who wanted it as his entry theme, and he's right there. And said he decided to come out to Alien Ant Farm Smooth Criminal. So I'm talking about Eli Theseus. I'm sorry, Eli Theseus. We love Eli. We love Eli Theseus.
Mind you, I'm sorry to my future husband, but I used to have a bit of a crush on Emmanuel.
What do you know about Emmanuel? Because all I know is he's a Kanye guy.
I don't know. I don't know too much, to be honest. I just remember seeing him on my phone and being like,
This is okay. So this is interesting.
Looking in. I think I've wrestled on 2 shows with him, maybe 1, but don't know too much about him. I know a lot about this man, Brad.
This is also a cheat code coming out to Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
But also, do not be disrespectful to Brad Smyth in my presence.
No.
Because I don't know if many people know, but
you were a stalker.
You stalk Brad Smyth.
I was a bit of a super fan for Brad Smyth.
The word you're looking for is obsessive
Excuse me, we
stalker,
became
mental illness.
We became tag team.
Yeah.
We did a match in matching gear.
I think it was just to placate you.
He saved me from a chair, so you know,
You know what?
You know what? You don't know our relationship.
I think he was gaslit. I think he was gaslit.
You know
and girl kick and gay bosses.
You know what? After this, you know what? Meet me outside of the car park, and I will beat you up.
I'll meet you outside. How about that?
So Brad Smyth, obviously, he was the Key to the City winner. Now, I think that he kept his key until he cashed it in on Big Brody Marshall.
Yeah.
Which is, we talk about stuff we always want to cover on RCW Blast, and like that's the number one thing is the Big Brody Marshall, Chris Basso, Matt Basso story. But unfortunately, that's just too big. It's bigger than us, bigger than what we can achieve with our current setup. So we've got to build up to that.
We will.
We will get there one day. But like
this is on 3.
Huh?
If we get renewed.
If we get renewed. If this episode doesn't cancel us.
That's right. Well, it could be
I better not be blamed. If this gets cancelled because of this episode,
it's a great episode. We're testing the waters here, seeing if people like this. Maybe. But anyway, let's go back to Brad Smyth and Emmanuel because I want to talk about this match because I think RCW has a habit of bringing in up and coming interstate talent.
Yep.
And we just saw Siren Monroe in the last one. Yep. And I think Emmanuel could have been like he looks the part, but let's see how he's in the ring.
Let's see how he gets himself out of getting booked again.
Let's see what happens. Let's see why Emmanuel only showed up this one time.
I mean, the same thing happened with Siren. No. She rocked up a couple of times because of the all girl shows.
So he's really tickled Carmine over here. Is he wearing like a Greek thing? Like
wait a minute.
Is he the
that way like Eli was like inspired by him.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Can we get Emmanuel in the parade?
Alright.
I don't know what he's doing now.
I don't know. We're giving this is the most airtime this guy has had.
Probably that's what RCW Blast.
Yeah, true.
You know.
Yeah, Sean Fuster just said he's a decorated wrestler around this country.
Okay. Well, when Sean speaks, I listen. Alright. Just lawful RCW commentary.
Yeah, no, true. Good law there.
Thank you, Wolf. Thank you. Who's that? Wolf Dog?
That was the Wolf Dog. Great guy.
Oh, Wolf Dog.
I'm a big Wolf
Dog.
He
watches, doesn't he? He's always watching RCW.
He could be watching right now if you're watching this Wolf Dog. Shout out to you, Wolfie.
I haven't seen you in so long, Wolfie.
Come back to RCW. I think he's in Tasmania now. Here's the Wolf Dog. Is that right?
You know you should come back
Tasmanian
to
Wolf.
Yeah.
Brad should come back to wrestling.
Well, I would love Brad to come back, but I'm just going to play on top of this that clip from the Riot City Rumble 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Brad Smyth, fastest man alive here in 2015. And someone, who was the Carlo killer? Someone said, did Emmanuel pin Carlo Cannon or something?
That would be, yeah.
They just said he's the Carlo killer.
Carlo Killer.
I'm assuming they're talking about Carlo Cannon.
Oh.
Again, if this is the blast of the past episode of the week,
Yeah.
then we'll play the match in its entirety without us.
Yeah.
That's what you get. I didn't mention that. The winner gets that. We'll put the match up on YouTube in its entirety.
Yeah, without us. Us and
Well,
Norman droning.
you know what? With my voice, that's a reward.
That is good.
People can
That is
watch
good.
your match without listening to this. Oh my god, amazing.
People hate your voice.
I've been
I
told.
mean, didn't you, like 3 years ago?
I hated it
Yeah.
3 years ago, but
Yeah,
I cheated over
yeah.
that.
Yeah, look at these
Yeah.
guys. This is an interesting matchup.
And the wrestling will start now.
Now.
Okay, okay, good. Sorry.
Okay. Here we go.
This is well that mid-2000s sort of like walking around doing nothing for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, yeah.
I'm a wrestling like fan
Excuse
first.
me,
and foremost.
sometimes entrances can get your big gas out.
Yeah,
You
good
do a
point.
lot of talking, you do a lot of running.
Who was the guy that happened to?
The lights
That
are
did
hot.
happen to someone, didn't it? Where the entrance gassed him out.
Greater maybe?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Well, that's a pretty big entrance.
That's a long entrance, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that true? Matt Hayter basically copied Greater's entrance one time.
Yes,
That's true.
I was valeting him when he did that.
Yeah, and that was another song. He came out to what was that? Like prayer or something. What was it?
Yeah,
Madonna, like a prayer. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, come on now. Let's see what Emmanuel's made of.
Oh.
He didn't
He's
come
got
in
an
to
attitude
lose.
though. He's got an attitude though. He didn't come in. He's got an attitude.
Apparently, there's an opening video as well, which we haven't seen. Could have been good context, but again, that's the point of what we're doing here. We're watching this completely blind.
Yeah.
That's the key.
RCW blind.
RCW blind. And maybe we'll get some more, go to the academy if any talent, any superstars want to come and watch the matches.
We
with
call
us.
them wrestlers. Yeah.
Wrestlers, superstars. He sure is a professional wrestling superstar.
I'm a superstar.
He's a ghetto superstar.
Excuse me?
That's terrible verbiage. Why would we say superstars? They're just wrestlers.
Well, to me, they're superstars.
What? Why are they just stars?
Oh, they're super.
Yeah. What about them
wanna
is
be a
super? The
superstar.
superhero part?
Why is Mario
Be
a
a
super?
star,
That's true, one
and I
day.
want to be super.
Anyway, look at this. We've got a side that look applied for a long time.
Yeah. Here we go. He's getting out. He's getting out.
He's getting out, come on.
He's
Give him a chance.
He's not getting out. He's...
Oh. Nice one. Nice one. Oh.
No.
Back and a kick to the gut.
Alright, Manuel. Is he wearing like gloves or something? What's he
Yeah.
wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's wearing gloves. No, he's got like.
Whoa,
wrist
okay.
weights.
Fast
Speed.
man.
Oh
Is it-
my
does
god.
anyone else-
Sada Yoshino, eat your heart out.
Is it just me or does anyone else really hate Brad Smyth's like not quite pants?
Okay, I was thinking the same thing, but I don't want to be mean.
I don't know, they're just too short.
Look. He was my first ever tag partner.
Yep.
I thank him so much for bringing me into wrestling.
Actually, no, Demi Bennett was the first tag partner.
Really?
Yep.
Well, actually, yeah, it was around the same time. I think both. My memory is terrible, guys. I got kicked in the head too many times.
Yep, and you used
but
that joke twice.
yeah, well, you know what? I was kicked in the head too many times.
You know, and one of the symptoms of being kicked in the head too many times is that you say you've been kicked in the head too many times.
You know what? Give me sympathy, and I do agree with Pants, but I do not be
Something about it, he looks more naked or something, even though he's wearing full
Yeah,
pants.
I just want just more on the legs. There's too much calf.
Either no pants, I mean like trunks, or like pants.
Or what about Zack Ryder jorts?
I'll accept the like the one-legged thing.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'll accept the one-legged thing. Like, yeah, I think that works for some guys. I think Brad Smyth could have pulled it off.
Yeah.
I mean, Brad Smyth did wear like trunks at one point though, didn't
He
he?
did, yeah.
Yeah, he wore good, nice short trunks.
Yeah, when I teamed with him, he was wearing trunks.
Yeah.
Of course you noticed that.
Yeah.
She was a super fan.
That's true.
Whoa! Now I'm watching Emmanuel. So far, he's a methodical. Is that the word to use?
Oh nice.
Whereas Brad Smyth, Brad Smyth has like
See that from Brad.
yeah,
So fast.
nicely done. Oh, now you copied that move from Brad, didn't you? You kind of took that move.
I didn't actually copy it from him. I just thought it was a move I can do, but
Nice arm drag
maybe
too.
he copied it from me.
Maybe he
The
did.
only thing I took from him was the super kick.
Brad Smyth, what an electric kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's got
And
good offense.
at this point, they've been around for a bit too.
And Brad Smyth, like, look at how good he is here. And what if I told you, like, this is about, 6 months before the end of his career?
Yeah.
Like, he'd be retired in, like, 6 months from now.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's
That's a shame.
devastating.
Which is, it's, like, sad, because, like, I feel like he's peaking right now.
Yeah.
But you forget that he was, by this point, like he's a 6-year veteran by this point.
Yeah.
You know, he's been around since like 2009, I think, 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I guess he'd been around, like in local independent wrestling, it's like dog years, you know? It's a longer time. If you've been around for 1 year, you know, you've been around for a while. Not really. But... Like, think about a guy like Redshaw, right? He's been around 4 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years?
I've never actually thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Think about it, Redshaw's been around 4 years. Brad's Fight at this point has been around like longer than Redshaw's been around now.
Mm-hmm.
And Redshaw feels like he's been around forever. Shout out to Redshaw.
I felt like Brad was
So magic,
wrestling for like so
Winston
long.
Churchill. Was that what he said?
Well, they're waxing about, you know, champions and all that.
And wasn't Brody Marshall champion at this point? I think he was. This is Powertrip 2015. I'm pretty sure he was champion at this point.
Yeah.
My memory's too bad because of things.
I'm a historian. I should know this stuff. But see, this is what I do in my spare time. I sit down and I watch these matches. To off my history. Yeah. Oh, nice kitchen. They call that the kitchen sink. You know why?
Yeah, because everything but the kitchen sink.
Everything and the kitchen sink.
And the kitchen sink.
It takes everything out of you and the kitchen sink.
Ah.
I don't know. I remember playing a lot of WWE Day of Reckoning.
Oh, yeah.
And when you like made it. This is where I learned most of the names of the moves from.
Honestly, it's smart.
Yeah, it's
Makes
like
sense.
he's making the characters,
Yeah.
and you got to make your character, and you got to pick the moveset. And
Yeah.
I remember the kitchen sink was one of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like that, and like even like Tiger Driver and like Saito Suplex. Like you go play those games, and like the developers put all the technical names
Yeah.
of the moves, like Tiger Driver 91, Tiger Driver 98.
Ooh.
That's
Did
very
either
nice.
of you guys see that?
Yeah,
That was
beautiful.
fancy.
Yeah, I don't think WWE had any jurisdiction over that. They're like, you know, the developers like, we got to give them the names. And there's probably like some really. Well, the thing is, a lot of those games were Japanese produced, weren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, like Jack's Pacific, not Jack.
Ukes.
Yeah, that's a Japanese company.
Yeah.
So they would have just got all his names there and been like, you know. And I mean, that was always the funny thing as well.
Oh, look at this lackadaisical pin. Boo.
Smart move? No, I mean, not a smart move, sorry, let's say. I didn't change that because he kicked out. Like, genuinely, don't do that. Emmanuel, please.
Does Emmanuel look like Edward Dusk from this far back?
Yeah, I kind of get that.
See the Edward Dusk stuff?
Ooh.
See that what I'm talking about there?
Yeah, a bit like Edward Dust.
Edward Dust really is the SA wrestling's, boogeyman, right? He's been everywhere.
He was in RCW.
Yeah, like he's appeared in RCW, he's appeared in
I have
Rampage.
suplexed him.
You suplex
That's right, yeah, exactly.
In the
He's
Rumble.
in the Rumble. He's also been in ACW as well.
He was in
tormenting
ACW.
people there, so like, yeah, he's a scary man.
You scare him.
People.
Oh, what's Emmanuel gonna do? Well, we haven't seen much out of Emmanuel this match so
What's
far.
he gonna do here? Oh, is he gonna go for a dive?
Oh, wait.
He's gone for Tetsuya Naito.
Yeah, I was gonna say Naito was just doing this around that time too. This is 2015, right?
Yeah.
I respect Emmanuel.
In fact, I'm pretty sure Naito had like just come back with like Evil in New Japan, like the same month this took place.
Yeah.
You know what? Respect.
I'm not saying he watched Naito and got the idea.
I'm saying he probably did.
You know what? I respect him more if he did.
I'm just saying it was in the ether. You know, it was in the ether at the time. Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Naito's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Maybe
that.
he just saw it on the front page of Reddit, you know, and he's just like, oh, that's cool.
Maybe. What was happening around 2015?
I was sharing stardom gifts. I was making stardom gifts.
Really?
Lucha Underground.
Well, everyone in 2015 wanted to be like Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Or was that more like 2016?
Bit later, yeah. It was
Yeah.
more so, 2016, 2017. But,
Who did everyone want to be in 2015? Who was like
honestly, Pentagon.
Pentagon? Yeah.
Pentagon Junior.
Was that, and everyone was doing like the arm breaker.
Yeah,
Or the-
Phoenix. Yeah. Lucha Underground, huge.
Matanza.
Yep.
Every promotion had their own Matanza.
Did they? Who was RCW's Matanza?
In 2015,
Yeah.
Del Torino.
Del Torino. Bulldog.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
No, a Hammer. That's what I'm saying.
A Hammer.
So I always get them mixed up, which is probably very offensive. I did not mean.
How?
I don't know. It's just that I remember I used to hear their names come up next to each other. I think it was the same person.
You thought Hammer was Bulldog.
Not earnestly, but kind of like in just.
Oh, look at his pin! Single
Look at
finger!
This guy.
Someone tells me,
Jesus.
someone tells me
Okay.
Emmanuel's a bad guy.
Oh, look at the little kick right
He's
there.
giving prick.
He's giving prick.
Yeah.
Did they just say this would be one of the biggest victories of Emmanuel's career?
I would believe it.
You know, the trio of Sean Houston, Wolfdog, and Josh Armour is a great trio.
Yeah, it is.
They're an all-time commentary team. They really like, I don't know, you got a good color guy with Wolfdog, and then two really good play-by-play guys with Sean and Josh Armour. You know, I think it's a really good trio. Almost as good as Yumi and Paul Roberts. That was a good trio.
Yeah, that was a good. I love commentating with you guys.
And obviously me, Brody, and Paul. Are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The next bit, you know, the next best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, watch out. Nice. I love wrestling commentators that clearly enjoy wrestling. Right? And they're having fun with it, but like someone like a Brody Marshall, you can tell he was a wrestler, you can tell he appreciates all the finer little details of wrestling, you know, and he just loves being a part of it. So that to me is
Whoa!
He flew.
Like Brody would got up out of his chair.
You would have clipped. I would have had to compress that audio on that bit.
Yeah. No. I mean, you do that when we record video game Let's Plays too, when you beat tough challenges.
I clip, yeah.
You're a clipper.
I'm a clipper.
You're a clipper.
I clip.
Yeah.
Picture in picture?
In picture? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I just wish Brad had longer pants.
That's all he was. Emmanuel is, I'm going to say this, he's not the most exciting wrestler on the planet.
No. He's methodical, okay?
He's methodical. Is that another word for like...
I mean, yes, typically. That's what they say about Randy Orton too. That's going to get people very, very hot.
Whoa!
Oh, what's he doing?
Oh, jeez!
And
Just
he's
practice
broken his neck.
He's neck's broken, that's why he's gone.
His neck's wrong. Double stomp. He did the double stomp? I guess he did.
Yes, so.
Whoa. How do guys do that without, like, hyperextending their knee? I never understand that. Like...
I've done it before, but I very much, like, not hyperextend my knee.
Oh!
But
nice.
basically, as soon as
That was exciting.
Is that a rock bottom into an anaconda vice?
Mm.
Hey, nice. That's alright. I appreciate that.
If I see someone duck out the way, as soon as I'm reaching that ground, I'm instantly going for that roll.
Nice. Yeah, you got it.
Especially with my bad knees, man. Because I'm not forward.
Mm.
Lots and lots of stretching before my matches.
Good. Brad got a tap. Or submit. What could happen? That woman with the red shirt on the right of the screen.
Emmanuel didn't come in to lose his Wolfdog.
He wouldn't. He was
That's
coming there
true.
to win.
Imagine if he did.
Which is like, I'm here to lose.
I'm here to
I'm here to lose.
I'm the modern day job squad.
I want to come and they want to lose, or they just happen to lose.
Pay me, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think it was just because they lost a lot, so they were like, we're losing.
Alright. Now Emmanuel's choosing not to stay on his enemy, his
Yeah.
opponent.
Wolfdog gonna. Yeah, he's got a plan. You hear that? Emmanuel has a
He's
plan.
got a plan, he's telling him to suck it, I think.
He's gonna do a spear. Is that what he does? No, he does a big boot.
Yeah. He looks like decides to do a massive big boot.
Looks it. Yeah, and a Samoan drop maybe. Or a 5-man carry.
Oh! What the?
Oh, kick to the head.
That was before that became in vogue. Whoa!
Oh, nice.
Nice!
That's clean.
Kython like that.
Yeah.
You got in the face with one of those before?
Thorn Enterprises
My
likes
lip
this
looked
post.
very,
Whoa!
let's just say I didn't need my little lip gloss that makes my lips plumper for a few days.
Why is that?
My bottom lip was very swollen from that kick.
Ooh.
Yeah, I tried using an aloe vera part I have, and it tasted disgusting. And I was like, just putting it on my lip as lip gloss. I recommend.
You know, of all the three people in this match, Michael Kent's the only one left.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Michael Kent, last man standing. Wait, he does a super kick too?
I guess so.
Let me get this right. This man does a big boot and a super kick.
Well, there are only a finite amount of wrestling moves in the industry, isn't there?
I guess.
Although it's like the Shawn Michaels thing, isn't it?
That was more of like an axe kick or something?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Super kick of his own.
And he fell into it. He got into the pin! Hey! Nicely
Well,
done.
I only do the super kick because Brad did the super kick.
And Brad was successful with the super kick. Well, guys, Brad Smyth successful. I think we better go over the table and pick our next match. What do you guys say?
Let's do it.
Deal? good match, solid stuff. I think that was Emmanuel's like only appearance.
Yeah, in RCW.
In RCW,
Yeah,
which I've probably said
yeah.
like 5 times now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cool. Good stuff. Could be our first winner. Could be the inaugural Blast of the past winner.
One more though.
One more to go. Izzy, go on, pick it. What will Izzy Shaw select from the bucket? The bucket of
I
destiny.
hope it's her match.
Unfortunately not.
Ah.
It is, I'm going to be singing again. It is Chris Basso
Ah.
versus It's My Life, Tony Toro.
Oh my god, what a collection of matches.
I love this.
Alright guys. Chris Basso, Tony Toro, Powertrip 2017 coming up right here, right now on RCW Blast.
Chris Basso making sure he is.
So guys, this is technically the main event of our Blast from the past episode of RCW Blast. We have a very young looking Tony Toro against a very hairy Chris Basso.
Harry.
Look at his face.
Oh yeah, hairy on his face, but
Harry's face, I wasn't, yeah.
A very bearded Chris Basso. And I know we've said this a couple times tonight, but man, I miss the Latvian Hawk.
Hammerlock here from Toro. Of course, Chris Basso with the amateur background, which he has used quite expertly throughout his pro wrestling career. Again, Tony Toro one-upping world class.
Tony Toro, one of the students from the Riot City Academy. You can find out more details about that by checking out the Facebook page. Friendly like a crocodile's friendly. That's world-class Chris Basso.
Whip into the corner, Toro. Nice arm drag there. And another one.
Good job there, Tony. Got to ride this show.
Thanks, Bobby. Toro catching Basso there. Whip. Oh, tried to trip him.
I've heard he's said some things not well about it.
That was a crisp drop kick there by Tony Toro. The Raging Bull. Big fan of Scorsese, I guess.
yeah.
Big Scorsese.
Killers of the Flower Toro.
Now, of course, Tony Toro, you know, he was like, what was his deal this time? Is he? I mean, I wasn't around in RCW at this time. What was his thing?
Was this after he got a bit of a mean streak? He was like mean to K-Train.
Yeah, they had a sort of
Yeah,
on again,
Tony-
off again friendship.
Yeah, he
Jump and
turned
charge?
Katie-
Jump and charge, yes.
I think he was just trying to make a bit of a name for himself.
Oh, hold on, Lucha Toro.
Oh, but scattered it.
Because he was like this really lovable fan favorite.
Yeah.
And especially when he was teaming with Katie Trey, and then he just turned his back on him, and then I think he just really just wanted to go and make a bit more of a name for himself, and he thought the mean streak would help him a bit.
No better way of making a name for yourself than beating someone like Chris, especially at the time too. Especially at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris is the threat all the time, but around you say 2016.
It's 2017.
2017. That's right. Yeah, Chris was past his you know, era of, you know, with Todd Eastman with the dominance and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, that was a little bit
So
after
yeah,
this.
so it was a little bit after that, but
That was a great arm drag by Toro. I mean, whoa.
Oh,
jeez.
I like Luchatori.
Now, we would be remiss, Carmine, if we didn't mention about how Izzy has wrestled Tony Toro in
Yes,
the
I have.
Latvian Hall.
That's
I
true.
have.
Remember that match?
2 years later,
He
basically.
nearly broke my nose with his finisher.
He did. What was that? What was going on? You came out and you had like a really short match with him and you lost.
I did.
Wow.
Hey, that was my first. That was my first singles intergender match in RCW.
Wow.
There
Big if true. Big if true.
you go. It is true.
It is true. Therefore, it's big. Just like how Chris Basso is lighting up the chest.
Yeah. How defined Chris Basso's chest is right here. Bloody hell.
Look at the crowd here. Like, this is a big old crowd for Powertrip 2017.
It's funny, this is like, yeah, so Powertrip as a name, like, it started a while back and then it kept going and now we're bringing it back.
We are bringing it back,
So
yeah.
that's cool. But yeah, like, it had been gone away for a while.
First Powertrip was in 2009.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Which unfortunately isn't televised.
Yeah, one of the very, very few shows we didn't have access to, right?
Yep. There's only photos of it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's right.
In the photos, there are men filming the show. Where is the footage?
Alright, Gunhound Inc. We've got to get in contact with them.
Got to get in touch with Gunhound Inc.
Yeah.
Find those guns and hound them to
Yeah.
the ink.
Best thing about Gunhound Inc. always using that like Adelaide rock music.
Yeah.
Always using between the Riot to replay. Can you put that? You should put that on here.
Oh yeah.
Scratching the walls. That's one of the tracks.
Is that?
Yeah.
That's funny because I don't know, they weren't around at this point in time.
It's like no, they weren't. It's like Adelaide's. It's like Gunhound Inc. are like using the music of the PWG highlights.
Oh yeah.
Those songs, like Hanging from the Moon, and yeah.
Short arm lock. No. Oh.
Oh!
That was good.
Quality.
High angle there by Tony Toro. As Josh Armour just said, back suplex from Toro.
That's right.
Some good stuff going on
Yeah,
here.
love the clipping as well. Love the clipping. Big fan.
Oh, I miss that voice.
Josh Armour.
I miss Josh's voice.
And really a hallmark of RCW.
Absolutely.
The hallmark, you might say. And someone I strive to be like, because I really admire his work.
Absolutely. A real legend,
Yeah.
I think Josh would have liked you.
You think so? No.
I think you guys would have very interesting, conversations about his history of RCW. The people he would have seen. Like you see him, as you see in the old footage. All the people he interviewed end up becoming wrestlers or part of the commentary team, like Paul Roberts.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Brody Marshall in the background.
Oh,
jeez! Watch out there, Toro. It's actually good though. Actually got him onto the ropes.
He actually did. Yeah, that was smooth work by Toro.
Wouldn't say smooth, but
Or an area
oh yeah, that was.
Wait, he did the 619.
Area choke cop.
He did used to do it.
Area choke cop. No, area code shot and he's dead.
He's dead.
It.
Oh, that was it.
Well, he was dead.
When does Chris Basso finish a match with that move?
Holy
He
crap.
did it to finish Tony Toro on the show.
All right. Well, we'll have to get back and find out if that's our blast from the past this week. Great match. Good stuff.
Yeah, interesting.
Could be a winner.
So there we have it. 3 great matches, 3 great hilarious commentary tracks, and good vibes all around.
Yeah, but now we have to pick.
Yeah.
We have to pick, guys, which one of these 3 matches will beat this week's Blast from the Past. And we'll let our guests go first. You got to pick which of those 3 matches do you think is the most nostalgic, maybe has the most best in-ring performances, was the most exciting. What was your match of the week? Your Blast from the Past.
Okay. I'm going to leave nostalgia to the side, because if it's nostalgia, I'm not picking this match.
Wow.
When it comes to everything else, I'm going to go with Chris Basso versus Tony Toro. But if we were talking nostalgia, obviously the other 2 matches have a lot of nostalgia for me. We still have Chris Basso in RCW. Hopefully we'll have him in RCW for a very long time. Tony Toro, it's only been like a few years that we haven't seen him. And I'm having hope that we will see Tony Toro back in RCW in the future.
Yeah.
So it will be Chris Basso and Tony Toro for me.
Carmine.
Look, I don't want to look like I'm copying your order, which Angus honestly accuses me of doing at restaurants all the time. But I'm going to copy Izzy's order and say that, Chris Basso versus Tony Toro as well. I think it was the most crisp match. I think, both of them looked really good, really strong. And I like the kind of out of nowhere finish as well, like how the match finished sort of so quickly. Obviously Tony being young in his career, not going to be able to put away Chris like that. That said, if he did ever come back, I feel like they'd have a much more competitive match. So my message to you, Tony Toro, I want you back. All right, that's that song by the Robbie Williams band. That one, whenever I said whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back. I want you back.
Well,
I want you back.
I guess we've got a unanimous decision this week, because my favorite match, of course, was also Chris Basso versus Tony Toro. For much the same reason as you guys, I thought it was a great insight into that period of time for Tony Toro's career, just before he really, sort of took off. He was still young in sort of his adolescence, his pre-teens kind of. I mean, I know he was older than that, but in terms of wrestling, it was in his sophomore year of his career. Chris Basso looked great, and And really, you know, the match between them was very competitive. And I think Chris Basso's stature and status, comparing to Tony Toro and just the way they fought off each other, was really good stuff.
Very much so, very much so. That said, really did enjoy the other two matches as well. Good fun and great to see, you know, more interstaters, you know, come down and grace the Adelaide waters, you know, the competitive Adelaide waters.
So we said that the winner would get their match uploaded to the RCW YouTube channel. But guess what? This match is already on the RCW YouTube
right.
channel, and we're gonna put a link to it right here. So there's a little annotation. Click it, and you can go watch Chris Basso versus Tony Toro in its entirety right now. But I'd like to thank Izzy Jaw for joining us.
Hey, you can't even remember my name.
Thanks, Izzy Shaw. And
house.
maybe we'll get you back on RCW Blast at some point. That'd be good. And Carmine, we'll see you next week for another great episode of RCW Blast.
I'll be there.
Until then, guys, farewell for now, but not